Hello, this is Tracy from Inspired Chi, bringing you your insight reveal regarding career path and higher calling, life purpose. So we had kind of put it out to the collective what type of reading you might like to have in this time right between the full moon and the new moon, what might help us bring us closer to our goals and set up a nice intention for the new moon coming up. And out of all the categories, this one actually got the most votes. And I have to be honest with you, that surprised me a little bit. But I'm interested in looking at some of these cards because it looks like in the collective, the experiences, there's a lot of people at this point in time wondering if what they're doing on a daily is their calling, how they can be more satisfied with their soul's purpose, how they might be able to do the things that they want to do and still afford to, pay their bills, pay their rent. So it's an interesting time when we can't just stop and do everything on our own whim. We have to consider, will we be able to put food on the table? We have to be realistic about this. So having this dual purpose, not many people get to wake up every day and do what they love and have that be their main resource of income. So I have the money spell. Not because money is everything, but money is freedom in a lot of ways. And when we're not worried about money, it's easier for us to do our soul's purpose, our soul's mission, because we're not so concerned about, will we be able to afford these things? Will we be able to do that? So I want you to put all of those thoughts out and just know that as we cleanse the energy here, we're also bringing in the energy of abundance in and tying money to whatever you do in a way that, as long as you're expressing your true heart and you're expressing your true soul, may you always have the abundance to follow and not ever have to worry about that. So going into the reading, I'm just going to do a little bit of saging here as we begin to clear this. I'm going to tell you what decks we used. So while everybody's pile did look different, the decks that we used for the traditional tarot, which I do in every reading, we use the Philly deck because we are here in Philly. We also brought in the Past Lives deck. We just finished recording AJ's episode of Past Lives, but more importantly, what other soul purpose might be coming in from a past life or a calling or something higher there. We brought the life purpose cards, which incidentally we used last week with Doreen Virtue bringing in. And today I'm also bringing in my new deck, the Lenormand, not because I 100% know how to use it correctly yet in the way that it's intended, but because I've been working with it and I love it and I love some of the images. So I apologize ahead of time to those of you who know the traditional Lenormand. I'm not going to really be using it in the traditional way as we work in tandem with all of these cards and the tarot to find out as many clues we can about your life purpose. So if you chose one, the past life card that we have here is the male, female, the two sides of the coin, both sides of the brain, masculine and feminine energy coming in here, but also being kind of stuck here. So I feel like whatever your calling is, it's something that comes in a non-traditional way. Maybe something that you're a man, maybe was once viewed as a woman's job, or vice versa in that respect, because if it was just the collective energy of the male and female, I feel like this image here would be a little bit more agreeable when I feel like they're kind of just like back to back, not willing to see each other's perspectives here. So I do feel like it's something you're breaking out of tradition, you're breaking out of that to do or be called to do. The life purpose card we have coming in here, body work. I feel we just had this, and I did shuffle. We just had this in, I can't think of who, maybe it was two of last week's thing, talking about your life purpose involves body work, such as massage therapy, energy healing, physical therapy, or exercise training. So if you're someone that has an artistic calling for tattoo work or, massage therapy, energy healing, Reiki, acupuncture, a physical therapy in a hospital setting, or exercise training. I mean, in the gym, there's a lot of ways that this can kind of come into play here. And one thing is I'm being called as a physical therapist here. Once again, it was long seen for many, many years that the women were the nurses and the men were the doctors. So if we're talking about a physical therapy program here, it might be something that feels a little bit outside of what you can grasp if that's some energy coming in from a past life, but also talking about something non-traditional that you would be kind of going within your soul that felt very natural for you. And it's all healing. It's all healing work here that's indicated. Then we have, I'm flipping both at the same time to read together. Oh, the fox and the cross. So also talking about some karmic ties that come with a sense of tradition and belonging, but also I always find this image a little bit startling, like it has its dark side too. And over here we have the sly fox. So not being honest, things that are like some dealings that are not honest. So if you're in that healing work, you're in that healing energy of something traditional and you're dealing with a lot of dishonesty, I wouldn't be surprised if you even had like a, kind of get the feeling of like a lawyer, judge type of energy here coming in. But we'll see what else is coming in here. 2 cards that were in your pile. Oh boy. Wow. Yeah. Oh, there's Judgment. Interesting. Okay. So these are the Philly cards. So that's actually State Penitentiary over here. And the Tower card. So these are 2 majors, first of all. I just want to acknowledge that because 2 majors are also universal. So weirdly just talking about lawyers and judges, and now we have this prison and Judgment. So there's a couple things that's crossing my mind. We also have the Tower over here, which is usually somebody's dark moment, the crossing over moment where everything kind of falls apart to fall together. And the fact that we have a prison here being Judgment, and that's the sum of all your choices, you know, karmically. So I do feel that there is an energy here, a really strong energy here of not just healing for after the Tower, which right after the Tower you have the Star card, which is hope, renewal, and healing, but also of the Judgment here and just a really strong premonition to if there was somebody who would be in corrections, a police officer, a lawyer, even social work, seeing this Tower here, sometimes when people hit rock bottom in their life and there's that time where they need that help. So there might be like social work or helping people. I feel like the energy is helping people even in this healing here and helping people where is concerned with the law. Both times you're meeting people on some of the worst days of their lives. So well, that may not sound too appealing to some people. There's other people that run in because they are the helpers and they are the ones that want to help other people through. There's a really strong energy here. If you picked one, if this was yours, of just being able to keep the order, keep karma in check, having an intuition about things, some instincts, some really good instincts, some detective work, really, really strong. I have the hospital in here, and I also have the something to do with the law. So that's interesting. I'm just going to get 3 more cards here from the tarot to get a little bit more information as to life purpose, career path. If this is something that you maybe have not even been considering at all, or a path to you that you have been thinking about but weren't sure if you were cut out for. Again, we have the healing work with the energy work, massage work, tattoo artistry. Physical therapy is really kind of coming out to me. Something non-traditional. So I feel like also medicine, nurses, like not in the traditional roles in that sense. Judgment and Tower, meeting people at their Tower moment, at their worst, the darkness, and being able to kind of be that keeper of karma. So really, really interesting here. And then we also have 1, 2, yeah, the Hermit. Okay, so the major that we got 3 cards here, the major that we're getting from the cards here is the Hermit, which is also like shedding some light on the situation. A lot of people represent the Hermit as going within to really reflect and come out with the answer, but you also see him holding this torch, holding the light, shedding some light on this. So yeah, and he kind of, and he's the keeper of time, the keeper of karma, you know, shedding some light on a situation, looking at all sides of the coin there, being able to help it, and also light that for someone in their darkest hour. So I feel like your calling has a lot to do with helping people some of the worst times of their lives. Page of Swords talks about being very blunt with their communication and bringing the communication in, very honest and upholding honesty is really good with the swords. And also in this deck, because this is the Philly deck, this is actually the pen for like William Penn. So like the written word, the feather, the, you know, just a keeping of the truth. And then Six of, well, in this case, it's cheesesteaks, but typically it would be the hearts. Talks about things from your childhood, having like a nostalgic view and some soul-based energy. But also, if you look at this picture, because it's depending on what deck you're using at what time and, you know, what the original meaning is to it, the images in the picture on that specific deck mean a lot too. So if you see in here how kind of he's helping a hungry girl, he's giving her the food. And these buildings back here just kind of remind me of the warehouses in Philadelphia. But helping, I feel like there's some strong medical, some strong legal, and also a lot of social work and helping people in their darkest hour, therapists. If this is resonating with you and it's something very specific that I haven't mentioned, please throw that down in the comment. If you're like, oh yeah, well, I'm a corrections officer, or, you know, I'm this and this is why it resonated or why it might not make any sense to you, I can't really let you know if that's the case, but maybe some synchronicities will come up for you. So that is what we have. That is from the pile that you have, if you chose one, on a little bit of insight as to what your guides want you to know about your former life purpose, your soul mission, and a career path that you may enjoy, whether you've thought about it, studied it, just graduated it, or never considered it. So website is www.inspiredsheradio.com to book a personal reading. If you want to get a little bit more into all of the categories of your life or do a more personalized reading regarding this subject, please reach out. Thank you.